We're not only interested in extracting resources. We want to partner with you to create local value chains, to create good jobs here in Africa.
Really?
We want to share European technology with you. We want to invest in skills for local workers. This is crucial for the young people. Because the stronger you are as suppliers, the more Europe will diversify supply chains towards Africa, and the more we both will de-risk our economies.
Really?
It's a clear win-win. The benefits of expanding Africa's clean energy sector would be massive. By speeding up the transition to solar and wind power, energy sector jobs in Africa could double in a few years.
Wow.
And Africa could produce enough clean energy not only to power up your continent, but also to export abroad. Climate action can be one of the main drivers of Africa's growth.
Really? Wow.
But for this, Africa needs massive investment. And Europe wants to be your partner. Wants to be your partner in closing this investment gap.
So Ursula von der Leyen made this statement during Africa, European Union, climate change, whatever nonsense. Africa should never trust the European Union. These guys are liars. Ursula von der Leyen is a liar. This is the same woman who is giving billions of dollars to Israel to kill innocent Palestinians. She can't be trusted. Poverty in Africa is a multi-billion industry which Europeans are benefiting from. If Africa becomes powerful, what happens to UNICEF? What happens to US of Aid? What happens to all these NGOs, whatever corporations in Africa? What happens to them? It is not in the interest of Western Europe and America for Africa to be powerful. Africa should never trust these people. They are lying. Ursula von der Leyen is a liar. I follow that woman carefully. That woman is a liar. That woman never speaks the truth. She's always lying around the world. And we must not trust that woman. Africa should be smart. Currently, we are in a multipolar world. We are lucky. Let us take advantage of Russia and China today. You see, when I talk about Russia and China, people misinterpret my words. They claim that I am trying to, move Africa from west and give it to the east. That is not my point. My point is simple. Both Russia and China are vulnerable. They are weak. They are peddling for influence. That is why you see Russia giving Africa 20 billion. That is why you see China building infrastructures for Africa free. Do you know why they are doing that? They are doing that because they are vulnerable. They are weak. They are peddling for influence. And let us not be comfortable with the 20 billion and infrastructures they are building for us. My point is simple. Because they are weak and they are peddling for influence, so we can force them to do a lot of things for us. We can use them to build our economies. We can use them to build our military. We can take advantage of them today. It is absolutely foolish to decouple away from all superpowers at the same time. I wish it will work, but it won't work. If we look at the world financial architecture, economies are intertwined. We need each other. What Africa should focus on is to force the Chinese and Russians build factories in Africa. Let them process our raw materials into finished products. Currently, Uganda is doing it. And I heard Tanzania is also trying to do the same thing. They are forcing the Chinese to build factories in their country. And that is one thing I salute. I salute Museveni for that. I'm not a fan of Museveni, but I salute Museveni for doing that. He's now forcing the Chinese to build factories in Uganda, process the raw materials into finished products before they send it outside. This is my point. People keep misinterpreting my points. Nobody can decouple away from all the superpowers at the same time. It doesn't work that way. Not even Kwame Nkrumah was able to do that. Not Haile Selassie. Not Nyerere. Not, Ahmed Sékou Touré. You know, look at this guy in DRC, Congo. This guy, what's his name? Patrice Lumumba. You know, Patrice Lumumba tried doing everything on his own. When the Western America came in to kill him, Patrice Lumumba was now running to Russia, begging them to come in and protect him. But it was too late. And let us not repeat the mistakes that our founding fathers did. Let us not repeat the same mistakes some of our founding fathers did. Some of them were wise enough to work with the Russians, and that is why the likes of Kwame Nkrumah survived multiple attacks. Let us work with them today. Western Europe cannot. So I was watching one white boy this morning, and this guy was like, oh, Europeans built a lot of factories for Africa. They built a lot of railway lines for Africa. Please like this video and let it get to Western Europeans and Americans that Western Europe did not build any railway lines for us. They only built these railway lines to extract resource from wherever they were getting the resource from to Habo. Check. In Ghana here, all the railway lines, all the colonial railway lines, Eli to Bogoso, Pristia, Obuasi. Why didn't they construct railway line from Accra to Bolga, from Accra to Tamale, or from Accra to Mwa? If you go to other African countries, this is what the Europeans did. They only built these railway lines to extract resource. It was not meant for the ordinary citizens to use. For the past 400 years, the Europeans used our human resource. They used us. And use these people kind of everything. Human resource, our natural resource, they use everything. And all of a sudden, boom, these guys claim they are in to support and help us. And we are down to... why did these leaders even sit down to give this woman a listening ear in the first place? I'm still confused. Why did these guys even allow this woman in Africa? Knowing the track record of this woman. Let's stop kidding ourselves. Let's stop lying to ourselves. Some claim we can do everything on our own. That is going to take us decades or centuries. And I doubt even if these superpowers out there will even allow us to do that in the first place. Now that Russia and China are weak, let us not exchange our resource for fiat currency. Let us exchange our resource for technology. Africa must develop the habit of using other countries' human resource. The biggest resource taken from Africa is not our natural resource, it's our human resource. And let us also develop the same habit. The Chinese, the Russians, the Americans, they are successful today because they know how to use other countries' human resource. And let us also develop the same habit. Whether we like it or not, this resource we are going to sell them. They need something from us. Equally, we need something from them. You're taking my natural resource. Okay, also give us your technology. And the Chinese are doing that in many countries. Look at the Southeast Asian countries. Look at the South American countries. They are using the Chinese. And we are here talking about decoupling away from everybody. We shouldn't be discussing decoupling away from everybody. No. That shouldn't be our focus. We should think about how to use them. Because Africa is 400 years behind. It's 400 years behind. You think you can just wake up and start manufacturing chip, or let me say semiconductors, or you can just wake up and you start producing phones and car overnight? No, it doesn't work that way. There are some technologies we can get from them easily because we have the natural resource and we can use them. Let us develop this habit. You can't decouple away from everybody at the same time. It doesn't work that way. The Russians, the Chinese, when they were weak, they played along with America because they had no option. Today, we are even lucky that other powers are out there today. Guys, don't forget to like the video. Like the video. Like, if you're enjoying the content, just like the video. Let us be smart, Africa. European Union shouldn't be trusted. They are blood suckers. Thank you.